But you'll never know. It was the second time. He's that polished. Please welcome Manolis Zontanos.
Hey, how you guys doing? What's that chick's name? Ariana? That was up here before me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be jerking off to her later. I mean that though. But, I don't know. Okay, the other day I was at my house and, in the morning, we got in the mail one of those free maxi pad things. You get 6 maxi pads in the mail, you know that? And my dad gets it. He's an old guy. He doesn't even look at it. He throws it in my brother's room. And like, so my brother thinks I put it there. So he throws it in my room. So I'm like, what the fuck? I was kind of mad at first. But then I was like, you know, I never really looked at like one before up close. So I, you know, I'm looking at it and I noticed like the one side's got like a piece of paper and I like kind of peel it off and it comes off. I touch it and it's all sticky. And I was like, huh, it makes sense. You know? Because, you know, the women today, they're on the go, they're moving around. You know, you can't just put it down there, it's going to move around. You peel the sticker off, you put it to your hair, and you're on your way. Oh, man. Okay. And like that bomb, like that joke just bombed, and I don't really feel that bad, though. But like, I'm this normal dude. I like to go to clubs a lot. And I like to party and stuff, but I've been hesitant lately. I haven't been going to clubs that much because, I don't know, like, this is usually the way I dress, but sometimes I go to these clubs and I like to wear like a tight shirt and like, I don't know what it is, that girls always coming up to me and like trying to hit on me and stuff. And like, I guess because the way I dress, they see me, like, they perceive me this certain type of guy, and I don't like it, you know? Like, I'll be hanging out at a club and a girl will come up to me and they're like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, pretty good. It's like, yeah, I noticed you from over there. I was like wondering if I could maybe get your number. I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's like, no, seriously, give me your number. I want to call you. I'm like, yeah, like you'll call. No, she's like, no, I'll call, I promise. I'm like, yeah, like every other girl. No, she's like, no, I'll call. I'm like, all right, fine. So I give her my number. And a couple days later, I get a call. I'm like, hey, Shirley, how you doing? She's like, pretty good. And like, we're talking on the phone, and she starts calling me every day, and everything's going really cool. And like, she started asking me like about my hopes and dreams and all this stuff, and like, and then finally she's like, hey, you want to go on a date sometime? I'm like, sure. So she picks me up and takes me to the drive-in, and we go to see like the movie Grease, and we go see it like 10 times. and like I'm really starting, like, you know, we're going out all the time. I'm really starting to fall for this girl. And I'm feeling something, and I'm thinking, you know, this girl really cares about me, and I'm thinking, all right, I think it's time. Because, like, you know, this girl, she's got needs, right? She's got needs like you do. But, so I go, okay, I put out, and I give her sex, right? Next day, I don't get a call. And I'm feeling like, oh my God, right? But then a couple days go by, like I think, oh, it's only a day. But a couple more days go by, and I'm like, I come to realize, oh my God, this girl like used me. She used me for sex. And I'm all upset. I'll start crying every day. I'm all by myself. I'm like watching my videotape of Grease. I'm singing the songs, but I got no one to sing with. I'm like, Sandy, can't you see why I'm like so sad, and then all right, I call my buddy up, Dave, because man, like this guy Dave's like my buddy's like the dude. I'm like, Dave, man, I'm like, this girl, I went out with her and she used me, and like and he's like, don't worry, man, don't worry, I'm coming down, I'll pick you up, we'll go to the mall, we'll buy shoes. Problem is, like, I got 40 pairs of shoes, but I got nowhere to go. But seriously, this girl likes me. She keeps looking at me. She's like, yeah, whatever. No, if I was to get $1 every time a girl came up to me and like asked me for my number, I'd have like $2. Yeah. I think she doesn't like me anymore. But okay. You guys still like me? Alright, I needed that. You ever think about like you go to the club, you always talk about the club, right? You're like next day you see your buddy Bill and I'm like, hey Bill, man. So what you do last night? Oh, I went to the club. Was it good? Yeah, it was awesome. How was the chicks? Was there like a lot of chicks? Like, buddy, there was so much tail. Oh my god, there was so much pussy. Everywhere you looked, there was like pussy. You know what I mean? Guys are like this, right? But I always think like, like, could you imagine the flip side to this? Like girls, I wonder if girls like next day like go like, hey Susie, how you doing? Pretty good. What'd you do last night? I went to the club. It's like, yeah, was it good? She's like, oh, like yeah. It's like, how was it? Like was there a lot of cock? Oh my god, there was like so much cock. Everywhere I looked, there was cock. Couldn't turn around without hitting a cock. Oh my god. But most of the time I go to these clubs and I really end up getting nothing, right? Surprise. But so I have to go home and I have to like masturbate, you know? Because like you go to a club, you see all this wicked tail, like all these hot chicks, and like you gets to your mind, man. If you don't do it, it's like you just get all like bitchy. If guys don't, that's the thing, right? Guys need to jerk off. If they don't, they get bitchy. So if you're a girl and you're like some guys like bugging you, so I think you need to jerk off. I'm at home, and like, so I told this girl one time that I could like pretty well jerk off like in a minute's time, right? And she's like, is that it, a minute? That's all it takes you? And I'm like, I didn't get what she meant. Like, what next day? Like, what am I supposed to be like? The next day I talk to my buddy and go, hey Bill, man. He's like, yeah. Last night I was jerking off. It's like, yeah. It's like, yeah, I was jerking off. I lasted like 45 minutes. Buddy, I was awesome. This hand's got no complaints. I was going and going. I got to the point where I was about to come, and I just let go. And I went back to it. Like, it's bad enough I gotta do it. It's not like I want to prolong it. You know what I mean? One time I was jerking off in the bathroom. I kind of saw myself in the mirror, like by mistake. I did this look. I went like this, and afterwards I was like, "Am I gay?" Listen, do I have to get off, man? I gotta get off. There you go. Okay, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Sasha.